Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Pathfinder Kingmaker. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're chose to join me today, because we're talking to Nunzio Arpaia. I mean, we're talking to Alondi, but Nunzio Arpaia is over there, all bloody and whatnot. Alondi says, "Citizens of Pitax, for too long have we tolerated a tyrant. Has he trampled our city into the mud? Well, no longer must we fear telling the truth. You've all read the book by Eobald the Insightful. The only art taught at the Academy of Grand Arts was that of licking Irovetti's boots. We but not cleaning his boots, just licking them, and anything else. We students were trained not as bards, but as jesters, like this man here." Alondi kicks Nunzio in the ribs, but he seems to have stopped moving entirely. Because he's dead. Because he's bleeding. "Enough of this mockery. Our art is finally free. We'll build our own academy once we've burned this old travesty to the ground." "Wait, what are you doing?" asks Lindsay. "We didn't write the book for this. Alondi, have you no shame? Do I have to remind you why you were..." Alondi interrupts Lindsay, raising elated screams from the crowd. "Look, it's Lindsay, the hero who revealed the truth to all of Pitax. Hooray! Glory to the hero of the resistance. Down with Irovetti. Burn the academy." Pigs, I'll burn you. Sorry about that break. What's going on? It's the only obvious option. "Look, it's our new queen, the one who liberated us from Irovetti's oppression. Glory to her highness. Down with the tyrant, hurrah!" "Look at them," says Lindsay. "They killed Nunzio, a funny old man who had never heard a fly in his life. And now they want to burn the academy down, and it's all because of our book." Well, it's not all because of our book. Tartusio, or not Tartusio, Ocasio, whatever. What is his name? The old king that we killed. It's all because of him. It's mostly because of him. It's kind of complicated. So we have 6 options. One of them is still "Pigs, I'll burn you." Let's. Such a funny line. "What are you doing? Shame on you" is one option. "Alone to you, dirtbag. You stand there pretending to be a hero" is another one. "Citizen Pitax of Pitax. Irovetti is dead." Let's go, Lindsay. Burn it all. Let's see what this one is. "Citizens of Pitax, Irovetti is dead, the tyrant is no more. If you think this is a time for riots, you are mistaken. Surrender the troublemaker to the guards and leave peacefully, or I will have to disperse you by force." That's how very lawful of us to say that. I'm not going to say that. I don't think he really cared for a legacy. There's an option here that says, to the hells with his legacy. I really don't care about his legacy. I don't think he did care about his legacy. Let's go with this one. "Alondi, you dirtbag. You stand there pretending to be a hero. Why don't you tell everyone why you were thrown out of the academy?" Alondi pales and then flees. Well, that's one option. After some confused chatter, actually clatter, the crowd also wanders off. Well, that was the easiest intervention ever. Lindsay looks abashed, tears in her eyes. "This is my fault. This is all because of my book. This isn't what I wanted. We covered for Alondi, hoping to give him a chance to change. As a result, we made him a hero, handed him a knife and a torch. Nunzio's blood, it's on my hands," she says. "Professor Eobald said everyone deserves a second chance, but how many chances does someone have, to throw away before we admit that they're just an animal with no desire to change? This whole book was a terrible mistake. Sure, bards tell people stories, but what kinds of stories? Sweet tales to lull their conscience and promise that things will be all right despite the facts? If that's a bard calling, then I'd have been better off in my hometown growing turnips. At least some good would come out of it." Yeah, it's as I was saying. This is the tyrant's fault. Most of it. Your fault? Barely. Really not. I mean, we also have killed lots of people before. Like, You killed lots of... No, you didn't, because you just died a bunch. But we killed a bunch of people with you in a party. And those are also people. Let's see, we have 3 options. Don't give up, fight for your ideals. You weren't heard, it happens. Just write the next book so well that they can't ignore you. That's one way of looking at it. If the book was a mistake, then fix it. Don't just give up. You can change people, and you don't have to. Just give them the truth. They'll know what to do with it. That's an interesting option as well. I think I'm leaning toward that one. Although, they won't know what to do with it. I mean, if somebody else is giving them a lie. But anyway, you must really think highly of your books. You think this attack wouldn't have happened without you? A bard's job is to entertain their audience. Don't take responsibility for someone else's deeds. Yeah, I'll go with that, actually. Do you really think so? But they taught us. They taught... Damn it all, what does it matter what they taught us? If it ends like this, with stupidity and blood, then to hell with a bard's calling. The audience is made of idiots, and my calling is to entertain them. Thank you. Seriously, thank you. You really brought me to my senses. I might have wandered a maze of pretty words and foggy ideals till I was old and gray. Let's go. I don't want to see Pitax or the Academy or any of these faces ever again. Now you tell me that. Now you tell me that. I so much wish that Octavio was here. Octavio, come back. We got... I don't need that quest over there, because that's a failure. I don't actually know what quest we succeeded, but we succeeded at something. I can try that again. No, that's not the one. That's locked. You failed again. My god, Jethal. Oh, that's a really difficult one, though. 37 is pretty powerful. Yeah, let's just... I suppose there's nothing else for us to do here. Right? Companion quests. Talk to Octavia. Meet Octavia's mother. Yeah, I need Octavia over here. Search the quote-unquote temple with Christian, but I have no idea where the temple is. And yeah, main quests are done. Leave. Then we have the main square, we have the port, we have the academy. Let's go to the academy. Ooh, it doesn't load. Yeah, let's go back to the academy because I don't know if there was anything else. Got a little bit of a pool of blood over there. There might be things. Especially that door. It's kind of a sad thing for Lindsay. Because I'm just like, I don't want to see this place ever again. And immediately I go there. It's a lovely place, though. All the shrubbery, very well tended to and whatnot. And we've been to the main square. Let's go to port. We have not been here before. We have a merchant. Best wares in all the River Kingdoms. Don't ask me where I get them. Just ask me how much. The Path of Splendid Glory is the only thing that they sell. It's short. And we got a tavern over here. At least I think it is. A dark-haired, middle-aged man with a sailor's gait, trimmed beard, and a grumpy face is blocking your way.
Ma'am, my name is Wellar, and it is my honor to serve as first mate aboard the pirate ship called the Prestigious. I'd like to ask you for a favor. Help me save my merry crew of sea dogs from drowning in the bottoms of their bottles. Can I count on your help? Without you, my crew will drown in drunkenness and decadence.
What's he babbling about? I thought pirates were tough fighters. You know, feisty guys on ships. These are just drunks and rattlebrains. A pirate names himself such from the start, then has the audacity to ask for help. Life in the River Kingdoms is insane. They really need a change. What's your problem? Wellar grimly points at the drunken pirates.
There, our crew has placed an order. A wizard named Blakemore agreed to create a grimoire for us. A book, but more, a masterpiece of art. We're supposed to meet him at this tavern 2 or 3, well, several days ago. But he hasn't shown up. Worse, we have no idea where we should look for him. Blakemore is an extraordinary man, full of amazing stories, but is jealous of his solitude. What?
He's jealous of his solitude? Is that an expression? What does that even mean? It's like, I'm very envious of my shadow. What? Anyway, in truth, if the whole crew stays here drinking, waiting for him for days upon days, and if it goes on like that, why, we'll lose our image as honest pirates. What respected client would want to hire us then? It's long past time for us to set sail, but Captain Martin will hear nothing of it. He won't leave without the book. I need your help. I have to overthrow the captain and take command, but I'm not the most popular man in the crew. If Martin is like an amusing, irresponsible father for the sailors, I'm the strict mother ready to put her rolling pin to use. I need someone who can persuade the sailors to take my side. There aren't many who support me now, just those who want to fill our sails with southern winds. It's true, we live in an age of decline and decadence. Yeah, it's all the gravy and the southern winds. I'd wager you're curious what you'll stand to gain? I'll answer you. Robbing raids are a thing of the past for this ship and her crew. We'll dedicate ourselves to trading elite art pieces. This is highly profitable business. That is highly profitable business, and that's just as true for anyone drawing taxes from our vessel. If you help me, then after I become captain, I'll pursue this business under your banner. But this will only work if I'm captain. I can't speak for Martin. He's always preferred robbery over honest trade. Aren't you worried that I might reveal your plans to the captain? No, I'm not. For many years, I've kept this crew afloat, both our ship and our business. If I don't overthrow the captain, in a few weeks there won't be any crew left. That doesn't answer the question, though. I mean, it does answer the question because it said, no, I'm not, but that doesn't justify why you're not afraid of that. Answer me this about Blakemore and the Grimoire. I'm ready to tell you whatever you wish, if it helps you to help us. Tell me about the Grimoire. He spits grimly. Not much to be told. It's a book, it's big and beautiful, covered with calligraphy. Knowing Blakemore, I'd bet it's full of magical surprises, but its main value lies in the perfection of the visual aesthetics. He smirks. I sound like an artist, don't I? As you can see, throughout the years, I've become well-versed in matters of art. I've practically grown to love it. Yeah, you don't sound like an artist. Who is this Blakemore? I've heard many accounts, and I don't believe any of them. Let's just say Blakemore is a living phenomenon. If you listen to him for 5 minutes, you'll hear the most impossible stories any dreamer's mind could ever produce. But at the same time, he's an extraordinarily gifted wizard and a skilled artist. I can attest to that personally, I'm pleased to say. Okay. I've got a question about your line of work. What exactly would you like to know? Tell me about your ship, the Prestigious. You won't find a more glorious pirate ship anywhere. We're not some pathetic bandits who attack fishermen and cargo ships full of cabbages. Or gravy, let alone. The Prestigious chases only art. Pieces of art, I mean. I was never a big admirer of art, but when I learned how much the nobles are willing to pay for it, their aesthetics and beauty just overwhelmed me. Usually we have been selling most of our loot to the King Irovetti. Speaking of which, Blakemore's grimoire was commissioned by Irovetti too. Now that contract has lost its force, but the captain believes we still have a deal with Blakemore, so we have to collect the book anyway. The stubborn, decadent herring. This guy's very obsessed with that word. How did you become a pirate? It's a long story. Once I was a yeoman in Rostland, but when all those things happened with House Rogarvia, I raised anchor and took off in an instant. I could feel upheaval coming, just like I can feel the wind shift northwest at midnight. Back in Deadbridge, I met Captain Martin, who was recruiting a new crew. The crew soon grew to believe that it was my responsibility to arrange things, to manage everything. The captain is good at strategic planning, but he's not so skilled in questions of discipline. On the Prestigious, I listen to the captain, and the crew listens to me, but it only works so long as I don't contradict Martin. Yeah, as long as you listen to the captain. Let's leave that for now. We're more important things to discuss. We'll talk later, I suppose. I'm counting on you. Fair winds. The game has gone very quiet. In fact, completely quiet. Why? Oh, I think it bugged out. Yep, the game bugged out. I'll be right back. And we're back. Okay, so Innkeeper, First Mate Weller, Bloodmond, Captain Martin, everybody's here. Apparently, I probably can tell Captain Martin about what's going on. It seems most likely that is the case. We got some things in here, nothing amazing. Let's have a chat with the innkeeper first. A grumpy halfling tavern keeper stares at you gloomily. His voice sounds indifferent as he recites his memorized greeting. Greetings from the best tavern in Pitax, how may I help you? Because, you know, this is all of a sudden the Outer Worlds and a commentary about corporate culture and other things, maybe. How are you doing? Your guests behaving themselves? Has my dear lady tragically lost her eyesight? Can't you see what's going on? The pirates will soon tear this tavern apart, board by board, and the and the guardsmen don't dare come in here. How are things going in the city? Great, King Giravetti is dead, long live Queen Giladel. A whole new life except for the same old thieves and the same drinking and refusing to work. Otherwise, everything is just grand. Who refuses to work? Oh, the innkeep is on on that thing. Yeah, it's literally standing on the thing, on the thing. Can I rest here? You can if you have the coin. If you don't, well, I'm not running charity here. 10 gold. Okay. I need some supplies. Welcome if you've got some coin in your pockets. That's best innkeeper. Nothing here that I really want. Let's have a chat with the First Mate Weller. First Mate Weller looks at you with the mix of hope and despair in his eyes. Greetings, Your Highness. Have you had a chance to consider my request? Oh no, sorry. It's this guy. Yeah, I didn't. He didn't introduce himself. Did he? He actually said something about. No, I remember Weller, but anyway, Bloodmond. A grim man with long brown hair and an unpleasant face is drinking in the corner, alone. He doesn't seem to be pleased with your attention.
What do you want, missy?
Who are you?
And who are you? I'm a pirate, a sailor of the prestigious, just a sailor, Sailor Bloodmond, if it pleases you. Satisfied?
What do you think of your stay ashore?
We should never have relied on Blakemore's punctuality. He's a special person, that one, but never expect him to know what time it is. As for me, I don't care so long as there's enough beer.
You talk about Blakemore with such confidence. Do you know him well? Bloodmond winces, realizing that he has said more than he intended.
By the Kraken, okay, just stop yelling. Please lower your voice, missy. I'll tell you, but it's just between the two of us, okay? I was Blakemore's apprentice when I replaced his former servant, a deaf-mute kobold. I used to visit him. He even gave me the key to his hideout. But now some of them, mostly First Mate Weller, are angry with Blakemore. If they find out that I'm friends with him, they'll pay him a visit and take that stupid book. Blakemore, he very much dislikes intrusions.
Where does he live?
And why should I tell you? Like I just said, Blakemore doesn't like guests.
Yeah, but because otherwise I'll turn you into Weller.
And I'll tell the captain that you're looking for Blakemore, so you can take that crappy folio for yourself. I'm sure he'll be delighted.
How about I will help you set sail again?
Nah, it's not bad in here. Plus, the stormy season is coming soon.
Okay, because gold is looking for a new owner. 10,000 coins. Bloodmond takes the gold with a lazy gesture.
That's quite an offer. You rarely meet a stranger who cares so much about your own concerns.
In a blink of an eye, the sailor puts a map out and pokes it with his finger.
It's here.
Middle of nowhere has been revealed. Sure. Give me the key.
This is my key. Why would I give it to you? Oh, curious one.
Because the crew is drunk and they won't notice if I break your neck?
I was told by circus fortune teller that
Tellers?
that I would die at sea during a storm. It's calm today, so I'll live for now.
Because you don't want to die of old age in this tavern.
I just said that.
Okay, 10,000. In a single movement, Bloodmond manages to take your money and leave the key in its place. Though a second ago, his hands were quite empty. Okay.
Oh, you're a clever one. Now, can I drink my beer in peace?
Why are you sitting here alone?
Because I don't need company. That's a hint in case you didn't notice.
The sailor sighs heavily.
Why is it that when a person drinks alone, everyone wants to join him? Over there's a whole crew of sailors eager to share their tales.
Okay.
Ah, yes.
Let me show you a trick. I need a sword, 4 candles, and an apple, and a monkey. Hey, Babber, I'm bringing the monkey. They're just having chats. The pirates are. They're not really our... They're not the pirates that we're supposed to talk to. I wonder if the original joke was supposed to imply that Babarm is the monkey, instead of not implying that, because it doesn't imply that, and I don't know that that is a joke. I don't know what that would mean, but anyway, let's have a chat with the captain. A tall, confident man stands before you, wearing a fancy hat and a charming smile.
Ah, visitors, and whom do I have the pleasure of addressing? My name is Captain Martin. There have been so few new faces in the tavern recently, for some reason. Can I be of any use to you?
What are you doing here?
We have a rendezvous with a most outstanding artist, but he's rather late. My crew needs a way to blow off some steam, or their bloodthirst will get the better of them. Is there any way you can help me? You see, not so long ago, I commissioned a wizard named Blakemore to create a grimoire. It should be an amazing book, a masterpiece of calligraphy and fine art. Blakemore is a phenomenal genius and author of some mighty tales. Alas, punctuality, and that's the second time you hear that word in this episode, is not one of his virtues. He's not much good with people at all. Blakemore has lived too long a hermit. In fact, we don't know where he lives, but if you ever cross paths with him, you can somehow bring back the grimoire to us. My gratitude would be immense, and of course, we'll immediately set off without disturbing the peace of these good citizens. I have a question for you as a ship captain and seafarer. The captain adjusts the rapier on his belt with a swaggering gesture. Our ship has visited every single port in the world. I know a few things that will surprise you.
I've never heard of you. Who are you?
Haven't you heard? Perhaps you're not interested in art. I am the famous Captain Martin, commander of the pirate ship Prestigious. We are masterpiece hunters, art thieves, and welcome guests in the houses of collectors and connoisseurs of beauty. I admit King Girovetti himself hosted me at the palace more than once, and he's always been satisfied with my gifts.
So they're art thieves, and the art collectors welcome them in their houses. Right. That's how it works. Tell me about your crew.
Oh, our crew is a team of extraordinary ladies and gentlemen. Callus, that elf who was picking a fight so gracefully when you entered, is a true master of boring fights. The senior sailor Shagnak is quite funny and witty fellow like no one else. Of course, sometimes his orc half prevails, and his tricks start posing a danger to others, but everyone has some flaws, right? Babam is a true dwarf, and a natural-born ship's treasurer. His budget always squares with the treasury, although one time he strangled a sailor because the treasury couldn't cover his salary, but in the end his budget was spot on. Over there in the corner, that's Bloodmond. I've never met a more gloomy and rude man. They say he was once a crewman on the ship of the damned. That's not capitalized on anything, it's just The ship where the damned go. I don't understand. But I wager that's all just a tall tale. And of course, let's not forget my first mate, Weller. His right hand is my right hand. A man of impeccable loyalty. And don't tell anyone I told you, but he's a great fan of art. It's a pity he hides his passion, though we all know about it, of course. And he winks conspiratorially at you. He likes art. It's not like he smokes or something. I don't know, like a thing that people might hide. Tell me about your travels. That would be a long story. I can say without exaggeration, there's no sea in the world we haven't sailed. I've traded with the Kelemshites. Kelish. Right. Kelemshan is a different thing altogether, and it's from the Forgotten Realms. Talked with the sages of Absalom, traded gorgeous carved masks from the Garund Aborigines. That's a word in English. Natives. That's what it means. For rum. Fought off Ulfen raiders who come in the... What do you mean traded the carved masks for rum? Why would you give them carved masks to get rum? But, I mean, I know why you would do that, but... Because, you know, you're pirates, of course you want rum. But, why are you detailing that? That's weird. I wonder if there's a joke here that I'm not getting. Fought off... Oh, no, it might be the opposite. Oh, I hope it isn't. It might be the opposite. This might be just badly phrased. It might be that they got the carved statues and they gave rum, which is an allusion to, especially within the usage of natives, an allusion to what the colonial expeditions of Europe did to trade with African and American people. And the racist stereotype is that they gave them glass baubles. That's not actually true at all. I mean, I'm sure glass baubles were traded as they are traded today, but that's just a racist stereotype meant to denigrate the culture of people from African countries that were colonized by Europeans, and also American countries and peoples. So I hope it isn't that. It's just saying. So they just gave carved masks so they could get rum from the Garund Aborigines. Or, I don't know that that's a word. But anyway. Fought off Ulfen raiders who come in the middle of the night howling like wolves. I participated in the regatta organized by the Aspis Consortium, taking honorable second, and only because of the dishonest ploys of my rival, the Hurricane King himself, Captain Kordak Bonefist, leader of the Free Captains and ruler of the Shackles, gave me that magnificent rapier as a gesture of respect. I lost that sentence midway through, but I think I know what happened. So, I have to go. Oh, well, farewell then. You can always find me again on this drunken sandbar. Of course, until the east wind spirits us away. Ha ha ha. I'm gonna... Oh, I can't go upstairs. Bring Blakesmoor's grimoire. Yeah, I wanted to do that. What a curious situation. I'm not gonna... yeah, we're gonna come back, basically. Also, we needed Octavia. Of course we're coming back. But more importantly, we need to go into the world map to do whatever is required there. We succeeded at a perception check. Unfortunately, I don't succeed at a perception check. Where the heck is that? You can't click on that like you can in Pillars of Eternity. So much better clicking on the thing. I have no idea where it is. For all I know, it's on the other side of the river. And it very well might be. It might be this thing as well. Sling staff. Nope. Yeah, I don't see anything.
That's a bit upsetting. Because I clearly detected something. And our tab key is not showing anything. What a shame. Okay. Well, that's that. And now you find something. So it must have been... It must be these things. Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. Oh, look at that. There she goes. It's I know the names of those kitties. I forget now, though. Tabby? No. Oh, it's not a tabby cat. Anyway, leaving. Calico cat. That's what it is. Anyway, we're done here. We've been to the port, to the main square, to the academy, and we're just leaving. And we're going back, mostly because that's, I mean, we need our main quest, but also we need our Octavia. And then we're coming back over here, because I think Lindsay's quest is done. We might have to talk to her.
Iravetti was dead, and good riddance. Our ruler added the crown of Pitax to the crown of the Stolen Lands. But behind the dead monarch loomed the shadow of a much more dangerous foe.
It did. Also, it's over there, middle of nowhere. The dangerous foe loomed good. Duskdale, off we go. Save the game. What dangerous foe would that be? Nerissa? Because you'd think it would be Nerissa, right? But why didn't she mention Nerissa by name? Because, you know, we know who Nerissa is. Moderate Pitaxian influence. Triumph. Fantastic. Cult sacrifice. Ah, the greatest of sacrifices. Holy inquisitors of the gods of light, invited by the grand diplomat, tracked down the cultists and put them to death. None of them survived the testing which God what? None of them survived to testify which god the sacrifices were for. Oh, right. Oh, it's the human sacrifices, apparently, that it was a thing in here. We got rank ups ready to go, but more importantly, we need to go into advisors so I can pay attention to what we need. So we got community, that's charisma for Valerie. She's never getting that, so it doesn't really matter. We got strength for... Yeah, I'm gonna need to level them up once I get home. We got wisdom for Harim. We got strength. Yeah, that sounds about right. We have charisma, indeed, for Lindsay. Octavia. Intelligence. Okay. And the storyteller is not in the party. And Jathal is dexterity. Well, let's level them up, though. Level them up. Oh, Jathal has been leveled up already. Okay. So, we are gonna go with Amory. Another level in Barbarian. She is gonna go up on Strength. I think she's gonna get the chance to level that up once again. Or hopefully she will. We are gonna get, so you have all of those already. Fearless Rage, Inspire Ferocity. While in the Reckless stance, the Barbarian imparts the stance's bonus on and penalty to all willing allies. That's a bad thing. Protect Vitals. While in Guarded stance, the Barbarian gains an additional +4 bonus to armor class. Yeah, that's not too bad. While in Guarded stance... That's protected in Guarded stance. Okay. Reflexive Dodge. Kind of cool. Adds Reflex. Renewed Vigor. As a standard action, the Barbarian heals 1d8 points of damage plus her Constitution modifier. For every 4 levels the Barbarian has, it's just a heal. That's kind of cool. I don't need it, but it is kind of cool. Let's go with the Blessed Totem. While raging, the Barbarian gains 2 claw attacks. These attacks are considered primary attacks and are made at the Barbarian's full base attack. And it does the... You gain the attacks. It doesn't mean that you do them. You just get to do them if you want to. So I want Fearless Rage. And that's her leveled up. Harim. Another Cleric. And Wisdom. Yep. It's not really topping up the best of rates, to be honest, but that's that. He now also has new spells. I have new spells. Oh, you get the spells before you level up. Okay, that's fine enough. Unholy Aura. +4, that's pretty good. Let's go with that. Rest to restore spells. I realize that. Waves of Ecstasy. What's that for? All of our targets to falter. Stun for 1 round. Will partial saving throw. That's pretty good. And then the rest of the stuff is good to go. Okay, you don't have spells. You don't have spells. You do. But just, yeah, sure. Let's level you up. So, Stalwart Defender is what I'm going with? Yes. And Constitution? Well, it's Charisma. Isn't it Charisma? It actually makes sense for her to get Charisma. In this case. It is Charisma. Huh. Look at me getting the spell, the things that they need. Yeah, it's not that bad that I do that. Okay, so Charisma it is. It's not that bad because I wouldn't be able to get... I mean, I could bring the intelligence up by 1. So that would be a thing. I can also give her a helmet that it will improve her charisma and intelligence and all that sort of stuff. A little bit. So probably we'll do that. And especially now that... let's see. Sort by date. You have... Yeah, because she has this thing. Oh, it's for it's a bag of holding thing. Right. It's really nice for carry weight, but we don't really need carry weight, let's be honest here. And besides, I can unequip it whenever I want. So, is it here? It should be here, right? It's a tiara thing. Headband of alluring charisma. Yeah, I could just give her that. But she has another thing. The mental perfection thingy. Or I had that. Maybe I gave it away. Yep, alluring charisma it is. There it is. And now she has 22 charisma. Which means she's very, very good at the advisory thingy. Okay, ranger. That's what I'm doing. Sounds good to me. We're going to be amazing. Dexterity, yes, goes up. And then these skills over here. Not getting Lore Nature. That's not very uncommon. We got a new ability, One with the Storm. A Stormwalker gains immunity to electricity. Which is good if you're soloing. But in a party, it's sort of mostly irrelevant. Because what are you going to do when everybody else is dead? So you get Charisma. Lindsay does. Pretty good. And we got some new spells. Cure critical wounds. Dimension Door is a nice one. Brilliant Inspiration. Sure. One friendly target, though, so it's it sort of sucks. Greater Shout. Absolutely. Shout greatly. And mightily. Let's also... Let's see. I need to look at your spells over here. So you have a new one up here, which is nice. We have Delay Poison, Resist Energy. That's for a single creature. Entangle. Honestly, Aspect of the Falcon, I just want to be at ease at casting those. Because those are pretty nice. I mean, the Sense Vitals is the one that I was thinking of, actually. Protection from energy, you don't need that. Bark Skin, sure. Oh, no, wait. Bark Skin requires... Doesn't Bark Skin require a thing? I think it requires an ingredient. Man, we have a lot of these. 2 of these. Instant enemies? Yeah, instant enemies are nice. I just don't use them, but they're nice. Cure Serious Wounds. Animal Growth. It's growing animals. Aspect of the Wolf. Summon Nature's Ally. Freedom of Movement. Shield of Dawn. It's on personal, though. Any creature that strikes you takes damage. Yeah. Let's let our teammates do the damage instead of the strikes that other people throw at me. And also, let's end the episode here because we're out of time. So, for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Pathfinder Kingmaker. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.